In this video, I'm going to go over 16 tips and tricks for the 5-day and 7-day survivor. Watch this or send to a friend because this is going to help you before you attempt it. Again, I'm saying the support has been crazy, so thank you to the people watching my videos and all the ones that have subscribed or have liked. Even though it is just people watching for the guides and my information and not me, but I want to say thank you anyways. Let's go. Get the Mega Man Buster. You get the Mega Man Buster from getting the Zombie Annihilator challenge completed, which is 53,000 kills. I have a guide on my channel for the fastest base game way of getting this. The Mega Man Buster is amazing for taking out any enemy type, either Psychopath, Survivor, even the Colts, because you can charge it up, the Colt members, Yellow Coat people. It is highly recommended. You can do it without it, but I don't recommend doing that. Level 50. Kind of obvious. It gives you more health, which means a longer time in between eating, as well as more slots to put in food, weapons. Yeah, don't do this if you're not level 50. 3 health books. This makes food items be a lot more effective. You will need this. No skipping this, you have to get these. Make sure you get them before doing anything else. I have a quick guide on my channel for each location. It'll be in the top right now, too. Frank's combat moves. So the 5 combat moves I recommend is the dodge roll, ground slam, jump kick, somersault kick, and disembowel. The last one is amazing for insta-killing the military, but the first 2 basic ones are super important. I'm going to quickly go over how to do each one for you. So, starting off Frank's combat moves, the first one you want to know or learn, you probably already know of, is the jump kick. This one is very helpful for just getting out of like crowded areas. What you want to do is jump and press the square button when you're in midair. You probably already know about this one, so I'll go over to another one. Frank's dodge roll. This is one of the most important ones to know, and it's the easiest one to know. It's just a circle button. If you're on the new controls, that is. I don't know what it is if you're on the old controls. The circle button or the B button if you're on Xbox. This one is just amazing for every situation, really. Getting past crowded zombies, getting past the military, going a little quicker to doorways. It's super helpful. And I want to make that point clear again, getting past the military when they stun lock you. Now, the ground slam. This one is another really helpful one for getting off anywhere that's like a high place and not taking any damage. The best area to do this, or the most area you'll seem to do this in, is the security room into the warehouse. This is just to get off that high area faster without taking any damage. So what you want to do is when you're on a high place, like where I'm at now, is you want to jump off, down on your left stick, and then square. Down, square. You can practice this one if you want. This one might take a few tries to do, but down, square. So jump off, down, and then square. Or on Xbox, that is jump off, down, and I don't know my Xbox buttons. X, I think it's X if you're on Xbox. So jump, down, X if you're on Xbox, I think. You can also do this by the entrance plaza and jump off there, but it's very tricky to do. You need to time your jump perfectly. So when there's like a little rail like this, you can actually do it off the rail, but you need to time that, and it's quite tricky to do. I'll try it now. See, and then Frank does that and then takes 1 block of health. It's not really worth it, just go down the safer way if you're worried about taking full damage. But you can jump off the rails, you just need to time your jump, which is very tricky, and then jump again. So you can get up here, but then as soon as you jump off, he falls over and takes damage. So I don't advise doing that off a rail. The main place for this is the entrance plaza, 2nd floor. The 4th combat move is the somersault kick. So the somersault kick is just a quick way of killing a zombie if you need to. It's not an important one to know, really. It can be helpful in just some situations. So what you want to do is come over to a zombie, jump, and then press square. You gotta do this really fast. So jump and square, like pretty much instantly. It's not going to get you out of every single situation, but it's just helpful. So jump and square. Or on Xbox, jump and X, I think. so A and X. Now, the last one to know is Disembowel. This can insta-kill the military, so it's very, very helpful, but only in some situations because the military usually run in numbers of 2. So, what you want to do is come over to a military person, or in this case, I'm going to do it on a zombie. Hold R1 and then X when facing the military member. This will perform Frank's Disembowel. Not that. I'm going to go into a different save and show you me doing it on one of the military members. To do this quickly, I'm just going into overtime mode. So I'm going to try and do it now and not die. There we go. R1 and an X. It just insta-kills them. It's an amazing combat move to do if you're in a situation where there's one military member annoying you. But if you're like this, where there's multiple of them, you're gonna die. So don't do it in that situation where there's multiple of them. Look how much health I just lost. But it is a good one to know. The zombies, military, and the raincoat cult can drop food. When you kill a zombie, you will most likely get a weak weapon. But when you kill a special forces member or one of the raincoat members, they have a slight chance of dropping food items. It's a 50-50 if it'll be a weapon or food. The psychopath survivor symbol. This means there is a psychopath/survivor in the area. If it's a survivor, it's a little more tricky to find, but they will be in one of the shops in the area. But a psychopath will be usually in the middle of the area, and you will most likely see his health bar through the walls. But don't be fooled, it's a chance nobody is there. And what I mean by this is that it shows you that there's a psychopath or survivor on the map in that location, but they're not actually there. You go there and they're not there. For me, this happened quite a lot, so be careful. Secret tip for the ones that are watching this the whole way through: subscribe and like. Quitting the game and it still saves. Yes, you can now quit the game or suspend infinity mode, and when you want to go back, you can press the load game and choose the save you want to continue on. Pretty cool addition, even though the 7-Day Survivor is much quicker than the previous game. This would have been a lot more helpful if it was on the other game. This smoothly moves us on to save locations. These are crucial to know because these are your time skip zones. I might have a video on my channel which I go over every save area, but if that's not up, I'm sure there's a Dead Rising 7-Day Survivor wiki that might help. The safest area in the mall. In the mall, I've chosen this area to be the safest area. So what qualifies as a safe area? It has to have doors where zombies can't come up behind you, and a save time skip area. So this counts out flexing, because I've had zombies somehow spawn behind me and kill me. I'll put a clip on what happened. This is the clip I mean by flexing. Yep. A zombie was behind me in flexing. All the windows weren't broken and the zombie was somehow just behind me. So the safest area I have chosen in the mall is the security room. Zombies will spawn there on day 5 and survivors can spawn in there too, but because there's doors, you can shut all the doors and skip time safely. Just kill off all the zombies that are in the area and the survivor that might be lurking around, and then you're completely safe after all the doors are shut. Watch my video on every food location in the mall. This is key to know because it's one of your main ways of surviving. Knowing each food location and drink will severely help you in completing the 7-Day Survivor. So go watch my video on my channel where I go over every single food location in the mall. This is spawn location, so it just spawns there when you go into infinity mode. Keep some food items on you at all times. Keep at least 1 or 2 food items on you, because the military will be a pain and take away a lot of your health if you're not careful. This is just the last failsafe in case they take a lot of your health, which they will. Organize your slots. Simple, but make sure you have all the food in one area, along, no split ups, just one bit of food, and then your weapons all together beside it. Don't split up your food, don't grab like 2 orange juices, the Mega Man Buster, then grab a coffee creamer, then grab the laser sword. Just keep it all in one. Just split them up in each area of your slots. Do not go into autopilot mode. What do I mean by this? Well, when you pass through time, you might forget you are passing through time and die, so be on the ball. This did happen to me. Crashes. Dead Rising Remastered is so perfect that they decided to bring back all the crashes that came with the other game. Not all the crashes. The food court you can go into on day 4, which is nice. So beware of the crashes. There isn't anything I can say about this because it is random, but one crash I do know about is when you pause the game for too long and then you come back to the game and unpause and play for like a minute or two, it will crash. I don't know the reason for that, but that will crash if you pause the game for too long. So it's best if you probably load out of Infinity Mode instead of just pausing your game for so long. Another thing is that there's rumors that people have said you have an increased chance of your game to crash on day 4 or above. So keep that in mind. Not there's anything you can do about it. Know how long you will need to do this. With the saves, you can just quit and come back, but if you want to do this in one go, this took me 1 to 3 hours roughly. It's a lot more faster than the 2006 game because of the time skip ability, which is nice. Lastly, enjoy the process. You still have to be on your toes and be ready for anything to get this. But what I will say is that it's a lot more easier because there's no boring waiting around. Think about doing this on a bored day, rainy, cold, snowy, windy, or there's hurricanes, typhoons, cyclones, tornadoes outside. Just to name a few. Have fun doing this. Don't come into it with like, oh, I've got to do this trophy. Just have fun with it. And that is everything. So if there's anything that I've missed, put it in the comments so other people can see it. But I'm pretty sure I've covered most things. So good luck. Like and subscribe if you're new. Check out my other content where I go through guides to help you with Dead Rising stuff. And that's it. Bye.